Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you very much for your kind association. Please accept my humble obeisance at your lotus feet. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti vaishnava vrinda ki jai. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, by the mercy of Shri Guru Shri Gauranga, we are continuing our study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, entitled Shri Dhruva Maharaj Leaves Home, text 34. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam 4.8.34. गुणाधिकान् मुदं लिप्सेद् अनुक्रोशं गुणाधमात् मैत्रीं समानाद् अन्विच्छे न तापैरभिभूयते. So this verse we actually saw it last time. Very important instruction, also memorization verse. Every man should act like this. When he meets a person more qualified than him, he should be very pleased, mudam. And when one meets someone less qualified than ourselves, we should show compassion to that person, anukrosham. And when we meet someone who is our equal, then we should make friendship, maitri. In this way, one is never affected by the threefold miseries of material world. So, Shripad Narad Muni is instructing Shri Dhruv, who is just 5-year-old boy, that when you meet someone in life who is more qualified than you, do not become envious of that person. That is usually the tendency. When we see somebody more qualified than us, we become envious. Instead, we should feel very happy that here is someone who is more qualified. Yes, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I don't know whether it is only for me, but voice
Sound is low?
Very low. Very low.
Now? Now? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Better. Mukta, if you smile, I will understand it's better. Okay, thank you. So in this way, we have to associate with three types of people. When we meet someone more qualified than us, we should not become envious. We should feel happy. Here is a great person, better than me. I can learn something. When we meet someone equal, then we should make friendship. That now I can talk as an equal with this person. I can share my heart. We can grow together. We can make friendship. And when we meet someone who is less qualified than us, less fortunate than us, then we should think here is an opportunity for me to serve this person and try to uplift this person, share my good fortune with this person. This should be our attitude. Now, after hearing these instructions from Sri Narad Muni, can someone quickly in 1 or 2 points summarize what were the instructions that Sri Narad Muni gave 5-year-old Dhruv Maharaj? I just want to know that Dhruv Maharaj wants to go to the forest to perform austerity so he can meet Lord Vishnu and become powerful and rich. And what did Narad Muni say about those plans? Was Narad Muni encouraging of those plans or was it discouraging? Yes, Shama Kishwari Mataji. In gist.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. So overall, I think Narad Muni was discouraging because he was trying to test Dhruv and test his determination. So he said, why do you want to do this? You need not get upset about it. And he gave several examples around that. So overall, he said you can do it later when you grow up, etc.
Correct. Very good. So Sripad Narad Muni, in essence, said that listen, you're a small child. It is your time to play. These types of small fights, arguments keep happening in families. That doesn't mean you have to leave your home and go to the forest. And the biggest thing that Sripad Narad Muni says is there is no guarantee, even if you go to the forest and perform austerities, there is no guarantee that you will be able to meet Lord Vishnu. In fact, many yogis have tried in the past and they have failed. So, in this way, Sripad Narad Muni tried to dissuade Dhruv Maharaj from his determination to go to the forest to perform austerities in order to meet Lord Vishnu. Text 35. Shri Dhruva Uvacha Soyam Shamo Bhagavata Sukha Dukha Hatatmanam Darshitaha Kripaya Pumsam Durdarsho Smadvidhayastu Yaha. Shri Dhruv Maharaj said, Shri Dhruv Maharaj replied to Shri Narad Muni, my dear Lord Narad Muni, for a person whose heart is disturbed by the material conditions of happiness and distress, sukha dukkha, whatever you have so kindly explained for the attainment of peace of mind is certainly a very good instruction. Your instructions are good, Dhruv says. But as far as I am concerned, I am covered by ignorance. And this kind of philosophy does not touch my heart. 5-year-old Dhruv is telling Sripad Narad Muni, your instructions are good, but I cannot accept them. These are instructions meant for people in the mode of goodness. I am in the mode of ignorance. I cannot accept these instructions of yours. In the purport, second paragraph, Srila Prabhupada says, in Bhagavad Gita, it is said that persons who are actually advanced in spiritual life do not care for the dual behavior of this material world. Dualities means happiness, distress, honor, dishonor, success, failure. But Dhruv Maharaj frankly admitted that he is not beyond the affliction of material distress and happiness. Dhruv Maharaj says, I am very much affected by the dualities. And the instructions that you are giving me, I am not able to follow them. This is very important principle, my dear friends. Many times when Sri Guru gives us instructions, we do not have the courage, like Dhruv Maharaj, to tell our Gurudev upfront that I don't think I will be able to do this because I am not so advanced. This type of candor is very important in a guru-disciple relationship. Because when we are given an instruction and we give a sense of false assurance to people around us, to devotees around us, and to Sri Gurudev, then it can lead to pseudo confidence. And also, the guru may depend on the disciple that, okay, I have told him he will do it now, but then we do not deliver. And then the mission is compromised. Shri Guru's mission is compromised. So let's say Gurudev says, Radha Gopinath Prabhu, I want you to organize a Pandal festival in Toronto where 10,000 devotees can come. And let's have that Pandal festival this weekend. So one way is Hare Krishna. Okay, Gurudev. Whatever you say, Gurudev. Whatever you say. So one attitude is Gurudev, whatever you say. And second is to be realistic in the service and express our concern, express our doubt, not out of lack of faith in Guru, or not to dampen the spirit of Guru, but just because we want to be realistic and we want to make sure that we understand what we are getting into. This is very important principle. And this not only applies to a guru disciple relationship, but even among devotees. When a senior devotee gives a task, instead of say, or suppose, let's say, I'll give an example. Let's say we approach our Shiksha Guru or our counselor or spiritual mentor, and we say, Mataji or Prabhuji, I am not having good consciousness. I'm not feeling taste in bhakti. And the senior Vaishnava says, all right, are you chanting your rounds attentively? No, my rounds are kind of irregular. Sometimes I chant few rounds in the morning, I chant some rounds in the car while driving, some rounds late at night. The quality of rounds is not good. Okay, from tomorrow, I want you to join my Zoom call for Japa. I want you to chant your rounds between 4:30 and 6:30 a.m. All your 16 rounds in Brahma Muhurta. Then you see how you feel. You'll get such strength. Very well, thank you. Okay, okay, as you say, thank you. This is one way of responding. And then not showing up the next day. Or showing up for a few days, not showing up for a few days, being irregular. Most devotees fall in this category. But a better devotee will say, Prabhuji or Mataji, I'm used to waking up at 6 o'clock. And for me to wake up at 4 o'clock and join your call at 4:30, it's rather difficult, unrealistic. Can you tell me something midway? So can you tell me something that I can manage? Because I sleep late at night. My schedule is such that I cannot sleep before 11, 11:30. I have things to do, chores to do. So can you tell me something that is more doable for me? And then, oh, okay, this is not possible. All right, maybe 6 o'clock you try to wake up instead of 6, maybe half an hour earlier. 5:30 you wake up, and then at least 6 to 6:30 you chant 4 rounds. And then remaining 12 rounds, can you chant something in your lunch break? Yeah, I have got a 30-minute lunch break where I just eat in 15 minutes. I have 15 minutes. Okay, 2 rounds in the lunch break. That makes it 6 rounds. And then when you come back, you can chant your remaining 10 rounds. Something like that. That is more realistic, doable. And when the disciple does this for some time, the devotee does this for some time, then we can make more changes. And maybe then he can start sleeping early, waking up earlier, like that. So Dhruv Maharaj, his response to Shri Narad Muni is very commendable because he's being very candid. Very candid. Srila Prabhupada says, but Dhruv Maharaj frankly admitted that he was not beyond the affliction of material distress and happiness. He was confident that the instructions of Sri Narad Muni are valuable, yet he did not accept them because he knew he could not do it. So he frankly said that I cannot do it. 36. अथापि मे विनीतस्य क्षात्रं घोरमुपेयुषः सुरुच्या दुर्वचो बाणैर्न भिन्ने श्रयते हृदि. Now here Dhruv Maharaj explains why he is not able to accept the good instructions of Sri Narad Muni. My dear Lord Shripad Narad Muni, I am very impudent for not accepting your instructions, but this is not my fault. It is due to my having been born in a Kshatriya family. Kshatram Ghoram. I am born in a Kshatriya family, and my stepmother Suruchi has pierced my heart with her harsh words. Bane. The words, sharp words of my stepmother, they have pierced my heart like arrows. Therefore, your valuable instructions, they do not stand in my heart. No shrayate ridi. They don't remain in my heart. I cannot hold your instructions in my heart because right now my heart has got holes. If a pot has holes in it, you cannot hold water in it. All the water will come out. It says, right now my heart is pierced with many holes. The harsh words, the insults hurled at me by my stepmother. And your good instructions, which you are kindly pouring in my heart, they don't stay there. There is coming out. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, it is said that the heart or the mind is just like an earthen pot. Once broken, it cannot be repaired by any means. Dhruv's stepmother had said that because Dhruv was born in the womb of Suniti, who is a neglected queen of Maharaj Uttanapad, Dhruv Maharaj was not fit to sit either on the throne or on his father's lap. In other words, according to his stepmother Suruchi, he could not be declared king. Dhruv Maharaj's determination, therefore, was to become king, a king greater than his father or grandfather or anybody else. And here, Dhruv Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada writes, is informing the great sage Sri Narad Muni that there are four types of human spirits: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. This is the nature that we are born with. Guna, qualities. And Kshatriyas, they cannot tolerate dishonor. They cannot tolerate dishonor. Dhruv Maharaj, having already been trained in the Kshatriya spirit, would not accept the Brahminical philosophy. In America, we have practical experience of this incompatibility of the Brahminical and Kshatriya temperaments. The American boys who have simply been trained as Shudras and are not at all fit to fight in battle. Therefore, when they are called to join the military, they refuse because they do not have a Kshatriya spirit. This is a cause of great dissatisfaction in society. Yes, you have to understand this in the historical context, because when Srila Prabhupada is writing these purports in the early 1970s, this is still the fourth canto. So this early 1970s, the Vietnam War was raging, and young boys were being drafted, and many of them would take shelter of different philosophies or different avenues whereby they could avoid being drafted. Some would pretend to become pastors in a church. Some might even join the Hare Krishna movement of Srila Prabhupada's. Some may be conscientious. What was the word? I'm forgetting the term. Um, Conscientious protester or something like that. Basically, out of conscience, they did not want to participate in the Vietnam War. So people were resorting to various means by which they could avoid fighting the war. Whereas there are certain communities in this world who have the Kshatriya spirit. For example, the Sardarjis of India, Punjab. Kshatriya spirit is in their blood. And the Gorkhas of Nepal. Kshatriya spirit is in their blood. And they are very valorous and brave people. And they are ideal Kshatriyas. 37. Padam Tribhuvanotkrishtam Jigisho Sadhu Vartmame Bruyasmat Pitribhir Brahman Anyera Anadhishtitam. O learned Brahman Sri Narad Muni, I want to occupy a position more exalted than any yet achieved within the three worlds by anyone, even by my father or grandfathers. If you will oblige, kindly advise me of an honest path to follow by which I can achieve the goal of my life. So he wanted to achieve a position that in the Tribhuvan, Utkrishtam, it is the highest position in the three worlds. upper planetary system, middle planetary system, the Earth, and the lower planetary systems. No one has achieved such a position. I want to achieve that position now. I'm so angry at being insulted. I'm so angry at not being allowed to sit on the throne. I want a throne where even my father or grandfather, Manu Maharaj, cannot sit. If you want to give me advice to achieve this end, then you speak to me. Otherwise, I'm not interested in your instructions. Essentially, that is what Dhruv Maharaj told. Purport. When Dhruv Maharaj refused to accept the Brahminical instruction of Narad Muni, mode of goodness instruction, naturally the next question would be what sort of instruction he wanted. So Dhruv Maharaj explained that this is my desire. He frankly stated that he wanted a kingdom which had no competitor within the three worlds. One particular point mentioned here, second paragraph, is that Dhruv Maharaj wanted to occupy an exalted position not by hook or by crook, but by honest means. Nah, this is very important. Very important. He wants to achieve it properly by honest means. That's a great quality. He doesn't want to attain it by hook or by crook. He wants to attain it following the path of dharma. 38. Nunam bhavan bhagavato yongaja parameshtinaha vitudan atate veenam hitaya jagatorvakat. My dear Lord Narad Muni, you are a worthy son of Lord Brahma, and you travel playing your musical instrument Veena for the welfare of the entire universe. Vitudan Veenam Jagata Hitaya. For the welfare of the world, you play your Veena. Because while playing the Veena, Sri Narad Muni sings the names of God. Narad Muni Bajaya Veena Radhika Ramana Name. He's chanting Radhika Raman, Radhika Raman. Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Govinda Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Arkavat. Arka means sun. Shri Dhruv Maharaj is saying, O Shripad Narad Muni, you are Arkavat. You are like the sun, which rotates in the universe for the benefit of all living entities. Similarly, Atate. Atate means you go, you travel everywhere. The example of the sun, second paragraph purport, is very significant. The sun is so kind that the sun distributes sunshine everywhere without consideration. The sun doesn't think that this house is the house of a pious person. I will shine more sunlight here. Or this house is the house of an atheist. I will not shine light here. No. The sun is very magnanimous, very equal to all. And the pure devotee, like Sri Narad Muni, is also like that. Will give mercy to anyone and everyone according to their capacity to receive it. As Sri Narad Muni explained, if someone is superior, you be happy to meet them, serve them. Someone is equal, make friendship. Someone is less fortunate than you, share your good fortune with them. But if someone doesn't want to associate with a pure devotee, then what can the pure devotee do? So Sripad Narad Muni is saying, so Shri Dhruv Maharaj is saying about Sripad Narad Muni that you are like the sun. You are very magnanimous. Now imagine Satyarupa Mataji has a house and Satyarupa Mataji's neighbor also has a house. Satyarupa Mataji has got solar panel on her roof. The neighbor does not have. The sun is shining equal light and heat on both the homes. But Satyarupa Mataji can generate electricity which can power the lights and fan in her house. and benefit from it. The other house gets the same heat, same light, has got the same zip code, pin code, same address, but doesn't get, may have the same square footage, but doesn't get an advantage. What is the difference? Satyarupa Mataji is receptive to the sun. So, to the degree we are receptive to the association of a pure devotee, to that degree we will benefit. Srila Prabhupada came to America. He had open programs in Manhattan, Lower East Side of Manhattan. Why whole Manhattan did not become devotees, disciples? Could they have become? Yes, opportunity was there. Why did it not become? Because they did not avail of Srila Prabhupada's merciful association. They kept away from Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, both factors are there. The kripa, mercy of the pure devotee is there, and the receptivity of the disciple is also equally important. Just like to have a child, the father has to be potent and the mother has to be fertile. Both factors are necessary to have a child. If the father is fertile, Srila Prabhupada, very potent, a father is potent, very potent spiritual master is there, powerful spiritual master is there, but the disciple is not fertile to receive the seed of bhakti, then it will not happen. Or the disciple is very fertile, disciple is ready for Krishna consciousness, but goes to a spiritual master who is not a genuine spiritual master, goes to a so-called bogus spiritual master who has no spiritual shakti, then again that guru-disciple relationship will not bear fruit. The disciple will not make advancement. 39. Maitreya Uvach. Shri Maitreya Uvach. It udaritam akaranya bhagavan naradastada प्रीतः प्रत्याह tam balam sadvakyam anukampaya. The sage Maitreya continued. The great personality Narad Muni, upon hearing the words of Dhruv Maharaj, became very compassionate toward him. And in order to show him his causeless mercy, Sripad Narad Muni gave Shri Dhruv Maharaj the following expert advice. Sripad Maitreya Muni is telling this story to Mahatma Vidur and is saying that seeing the candor of Dhruv Maharaj, seeing the determination of Dhruv Maharaj, seeing the one pointed focus of Dhruv Maharaj, this is what I want. If you can give me advice by which I can achieve this, then speak to me. If you cannot, if you're going to give me all this mode of goodness advices, tolerate, let go, forgive, move on in life, go and play, sorry, I will not accept your instructions. Go away. Let me find another guru. This type of frankness, this type of determination and focus, laser sharp focus, is what really pleased Shripad Narad Muni. And then he became Anukampaya. Anukampaya means compassionate. Now he decided, I can show my compassion. I can show my mercy. I can shower my mercy on this boy. He's a qualified candidate. 40. Shri Narada Uvacha. जनन्याभिहितः पन्थाः स वै निःश्रेय सस्यते भगवान् वासुदेवस्तं भजतं प्रवणात्मना. The great sage Sripad Narad Muni told Sri Dhruv Maharaj, the instructions given by your mother Suniti to follow the path of bhakti, devotional service, to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan Vasudeva, is just suitable for you. You should therefore completely absorb yourself in devotional service of the Lord. Vasudeva Bhajatam. And Pravana Atmana. fully absorb yourself in Krishna Bhakti. Practice Bhakti towards Lord Vasudev, but practice it with full absorption. This absorption is very important. Anything we do in Bhakti, we will make progress to the degree we are absorbed. If someone wants to make pasta, let's say Gopal wants to make pasta. So, for pasta, you have to boil the pasta and you put the water for boiling to prepare pasta, but you keep the pot of water to boil far away from the flame of the fire. Then the water will not become hot and start boiling very soon. It may take a long time. Then Kesha Madhav Prabhu will come. He'll appear just like he appeared just now. Kesha Madhav Prabhu appears, says, Gopal, what are you doing? The gas is here. Your water pot is there. It will never come to a boiling point. Keep it right on the flame and then see what happens. In 15 minutes, the water will be boiling. And then within a couple of minutes, your pasta will be ready. It will get cooked. This is called absorption. Suppose we are chanting one round and we chant it with absorption. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our bhakti pasta is cooking. Bhakti khichdi is cooking. It's right on the fire of absorption. But we're chanting one round and our mind is somewhere else. To-do list. I have to do this, I have to do that, that needs to be done, that needs to be done. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hey Krishna, iMessage, let me open iMessage, let me open my WhatsApp, what's coming, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. It's far away from the fire of absorption. Then we can spend 30, 40, 50, 60 years in Krishna consciousness and there is no taste. We still don't feel close to Krishna. We are still not able to develop that connection with Krishna. So whatever activity we do, we should try to do it with absorption. Whether we are offering bhoga to Krishna, it's a 5-minute activity, but we should do it with prem, with absorption. Then those same activities will really nourish our Krishna consciousness. And that is how devotees get bhakti shakti, through absorption. That is how devotees make progress in bhakti, through absorption. So from today's class, if one lesson we have to take, let it be this one, that whatever bhakti anga we practice, whatever limb of bhakti we practice, whether it is shravanam, whether it is japa, whether it is puja archana, whether it is cooking bhoga, offering bhoga, whatever activity we do, whether it is attending a class, giving a class, we will do it with absorption. Absorption in Krishna. Sripad Narad Muni is telling Dhruv Maharaj, practice Bhaja Bhagavan Vasudev, but do it with Pravanatmana. Do it with full absorption. Ananyas Chintayantum is absorption. Ananya Cheta Sasatam is absorption. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ek hai is absorption. Second paragraph of the purport. Sripad Narad Muni is referred here as Bhagwan because he can bless any person just as Supreme Personality of Godhead can. Narad Muni has been addressed as Bhagwan. Sri Shukdev Goswami has been addressed as Bhagwan. And Lord Shiva has been addressed as Bhagwan in Srimad Bhagavatam because they are such great devotees that they are as good as Bhagwan. Sakshad Haritvena Samasta Shastrer. 41. Dharmartha Kama Mokshakyam Yaiche Shreya Atmana Ekam Hi Eva Hares Tatra Karanam Pada Sevanam. Any person who desires the fruits of the four principles, religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and at the end, moksha, liberation, should engage himself in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For worship of his lotus feet yields the fulfillment of all of these. Sripad Narad Muni is saying, you want to become a powerful king and you want to do it by practicing dharma. Very good. All you have to do is just worship Lord Hari, because by serving Lord Hari, everything is achieved. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada reminds us, in Bhagavad Gita, it is said that only by the sanction of Lord Krishna can the demigods offer benedictions. Therefore, whenever any sacrifice is offered to a demigod, the Supreme Lord, in the form of Shaligram Shila, is put forward to observe the sacrifice. Shaligram Shila is worshipped by all the Brahmanas because serving Krishna is the highest service. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnor Aradhanam Param. Narad Muni therefore advised Dhruv Maharaj to take shelter of Vasudev, Lord Krishna, and engage himself in the way that his mother had advised, for that would help him fulfill his desire. So Sri Narad Muni is stressing the importance of bhakti. Whatever you want, you practice bhakti. 42. तत्तात गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनायास्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सानिध्यं नित्यदा हरेः. Very, very important verse. Shri Dhruv Maharaj is being instructed by his Gurudev, Sripad Narad Muni, that my dear Tat, means my dear son, my dear boy, Tat, I therefore, Bhadramte, wish all good fortune for you. You should go to the bank of the Yamuna, Yamunayas Tatam. It's a very virtuous forest, Shuchi, very pure forest. Punyam Madhuvanam Yatra. This forest is called Madhuvan, and go and become purified there. By going there, one draws nearer, one comes nearer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Hari, who always lives in Madhuvan. Sanidhyam Nityada Hare. You will be living close to Lord Hari. Because Shri Vrindavan Dham, Madhuvan is one of the 12 forests of Vrindavan. It is Krishna's abode. Therefore, the great devotees, they always take shelter of the Dham. Many of our Gurujans also we see, they prefer to live in the Dham. They have done a lot of service, they travel a lot, but they keep going to Shri Vrindavan Dham, to Shri Mayapur Dham, to Shri Jagannath Puri Dham. This importance of a holy place is being stressed in this verse by Shripad Narad Muni. He's saying, Dhruv Maharaj, you want to go and perform bhajan to attain Krishna, then you better do it in a holy place. You will get results quickly. Shripad Aindra Prabhu was once criticized. You are taking the easy way out. You have started 24-hour Sankirtan party in Krishna Balram Mandir in ISKCON Vrindavan. Leave. Leave from there and go and establish 24-hour Kirtan Mandalis in other parts of the world. Go to LA, go to New York, go to Atlanta, go to London, go to Melbourne, go to South Africa, go to Europe. Establish 24-hour Kirtan Mandalis there now. Now that you have done it in Vrindavan, go do it. Why you are sitting like a Babaji in Vrindavan? Hare Krishna. This is a typical envious materialistic mentality. And why are you not doing it? It's very easy to tell others. Just sit and criticize the leadership. That is the easiest thing fools can do. That is the easiest thing fools like to do. They sit on an armchair and और बोलो केशव माधव प्रभु, अरे क्या फालतू मैनेजमेंट है वो मंदिर की, अरे ये क्या वो फालतू है, ये गंदा है, बस सिट ऑन आर्मचेयर एंड क्रिटिसाइज, थ्रो bricks at the leadership. Whenever we find ourselves doing that, we should immediately desist. It's a very cheap, envious, negative tendency to criticize the leadership. You become a leader. If you are such a visionary, you go do it. Srimad Ayendra Prabhu, when he was criticized like that, Srimad Ayendra Prabhu said that Prabhupada said we should be lazy intelligent. There are four types of people. There is the busy intelligent, there is the lazy intelligent, there is the busy fool, and there is the lazy fool. Four types of people are there, Prabhupada said. Out of these four types of people, who is the best? Srila Prabhupada says, lazy intelligent is the best. Srila Ayendra Prabhu said, I have already established 1,000 24-hour Kirtan Mandalis on this planet. And they said, Ayendra Prabhu, we don't even have 1,000 temples. What are you talking about? He said, chanting one Hare Krishna Mahamantra in Sri Vrindavan Dham is equal to chanting 1,000. Everything is multiplied 1,000 according to Shastra. I have established one 24-hour Kirtan Mandali in Vrindavan that is equal to 1,000. Now you can include LA, New York, Washington, Atlanta, everything in it. Be happy. Leave me alone. Go. Let me do my bhajan. If I have to establish one 24-hour Kirtan Mandali, I will do it in Vrindavan. Because that way ISKCON as a world organization will get maximum benefit, because any devotional service performed in Vrindavan is multiplied at least 1,000 times. What to speak of doing it on Ekadashi when it is 10,000 times? What to speak of doing it during Kartik or Purushottam month? It's even more. So, this is the importance of Dham. Therefore, whenever possible, we should try to go to Shri Vrindavan Dham, Shri Mayapur Dham, Shri Jagannath Puri Dham. We can chant some rounds in Siddha Bakul. We can visit Yoga Peeth, take bath in Ganga. We can come to Shri Vrindavan Dham, go to Radha Kund, go to Sham Kund, go to Giri Govardhan, go to Seva Kunj, go to Krishna Balram Mandir, take darshan of Radha Raman, visit the 12 forests, visit the Sapta Devalaya, go to Barsana, go to Nandagaon. Any bhajan we perform in these places is going to give us returns, many, many more. You see, in the hospital, for example, there is the janitor who is working. They perhaps get $12, $13 an hour. There are the scribes in the ER. They may get $15 an hour. There are the medical technicians. They may get $20 an hour. And then there are some physicians who may be making $200 an hour. And the CEO perhaps must be making, when I was at Emory doing my residency, the published salary of our Emory CEO was 6 million per year. So you can calculate how many dollars per hour. Shama Kishore Mataji is good at that. So if you calculate 40 hours work week, Mataji, what is their pay rate? Quickly tell us by the count of three. One, two, and three. Sorry.
Prabhu,
I'm
I'm
just
not
good.
good at this. Anandmay Krishna Prabhu is good at this.
Oh, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
6 million. I'll need to use a calculator.
I was just teasing you, Mataji. It's a very high number. Keshavada Prabhu wants to hazard a guess, I think.
$1,200 an hour.
$1,200 per hour. Now see. So the reason I'm saying this is exactly how spiritual life works. When we chant with absorption, we get like that. $800 an hour. When we are chanting without absorption, then that same kriya of chanting same Hare Krishna Mahamantra, same number of times, we get less spiritual benefit because we are not absorbed. Hari Bhakti Vilas says, you chant with absorption, it is like chanting. Therefore, Manasik Japa, why it is more powerful than Upamshu and Vachik? Because Vachik Japa you can do while looking here and there, while grocery shopping, driving, and everything. Impossible to do Manasik Japa like that. Manasik Japa, you have to sit, you cannot be walking. You have to sit with full concentration, eyes closed, your mind completely quiet, and then with your mind, each and every syllable you have to chant. Chant with me now. Close your eyes and just chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 32 syllables, one by one, in your mind. You should be able to visualize each syllable as you chant. One mantra I chanted. It was very absorbed because it was just into the Mahamantra. Manamadhi Sita Mantra, Mantramadhi Sita Mana, Mana Mantra Samayuktam Etadi Japa Lakshanam. But it is so difficult. Fully you have to concentrate. Therefore, one japa of Manasik or some smaranam, you sit and do smaranam of Radha Krishna, that is a very powerful limb of bhakti. So some CEO is getting high salary compared to other workers in the same hospital. They park their cars in the same parking lot, but their paycheck is coming from the same institute, but their paychecks are different. Why? Similarly, in bhakti, you practice bhakti in Vrindavan Dham with absorption, you will get maximum benefit. You perform bhakti anywhere else with full concentration, you get maximum benefit. But still, it will be less than in the Dham. Hare Krishna. Dham is Dham, my dear friends. There is a reason why Srila Prabhupada said, I want to go to Vrindavan and leave my body there. Maximum benefit, CEO salary, you get when you do bhajan with full concentration without committing offenses in Shri Vrindavan Dham. Next is full concentration outside Vrindavan, wherever we are. We are in New Jersey, we are in Atlanta, Cincinnati, wherever we are. And least is outside the Dham with no concentration. So it's up to us what we want to do. Dhruv Maharaj was very determined. Narad Muni said, I'll tell you the best process. Just go to Vrindavan and perform bhajan there on the bank of Yamuna. You will get incredible amount of spiritual benefit. Therefore, Tata Gacha Bhadram Te, all good wishes to you. Go, Gacha. Go now. Where? Yamunayas Tatam Shuchi. Go to the pure banks of Yamuna. Tira Sangamabhilashi. Tira Sangamabhilashi. Even if we have Abhilasha to have association of the bank of Yamuna, still we are purified. Just if we desire, someday I will go to the bank of Yamuna in Vrindavan. Bas. With this Abhilasha, with this desire, we get purified. Forget taking a ticket and applying for a leave from work and flying to Delhi and then taking a taxi to Vrindavan and actually going to the bank of Yamuna. Just Tira Sanghama Abhilashi. Even if you have Abhilasha to do Sangha of Yamuna Devi by standing on her bank, you become purified. Maam Punatu Sarvada Aravinda Bandhu Nandini. So go to the bank of Yamuna and go to the bank of Yamuna in the forest of Madhuvan. And there you perform bhajan of Lord Hari. Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, places of pilgrimage, second paragraph of the purport, places of pilgrimage yield a special advantage for a devotee in quickly advancing his spiritual life. Please underline, note down this line, this sentence of Srila Prabhupada. There is a special significance of Dham. We cannot neglect Dhamvas. Dhamvas has a special significance. This has to be admitted. Places of pilgrimage yield a special advantage for a devotee in quickly advancing his spiritual life. And yes, those devotees who frequently take shelter of the holy Dham, you see they have so much power. They have a special spiritual power. Lord Krishna lives everywhere. Srila Prabhupada is saying, Lord Krishna lives everywhere. He lives in Atlanta also. He's everywhere, even on Pluto planet, everywhere. But still, it is very easy to approach him in holy places of pilgrimage, which are inhabited by great sages. Lord Shri Krishna says that he lives wherever his devotees are chanting the glories of his transcendent activities. Yatra gayanti mad bhakta, tatra tishtami narada. And in Vrindavan, there are so many great sadhus performing bhajan. Srila Prabhupada says there are many places of pilgrimage in India. Prominent are Badri Narayan, Dwaraka, Rameshwar, and Jagannath Puri. These sacred places are the four dhams. Dham refers to a place where one can immediately contact the Supreme Lord. Then Srila Prabhupada says something very beautiful. Other holy places are Prayag and Mathura. And then Srila Prabhupada says, and the topmost of all holy places of pilgrimage is Vrindavan. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Srila Prabhupada is saying, topmost is Vrindavan. Unless one is very advanced in spiritual life, it is recommended that he live in such holy places and execute devotional service there. Very important. Underline the sentence. Very, very important. Sometimes, we talk about things like Yukta Vairagya and Sthanam Sthita. We say that there is no need of going to the Dham. Just be wherever you are and perform. Yes, that those things are said because sometimes there is no choice being in Grahastha Ashram. But here Srila Prabhupada is saying, it is recommended that one live in such holy places and execute devotional service there. Now, if one is very advanced, then one need not. If one is sufficiently advanced, one is very fixed, one is self-realized, then one can go anywhere. Because then another Siddhanta applies, Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani. They can actually make any place holy. West Virginia, I forget the name of that place, but it's not a holy place. Civil war was fought there. Thousands of people were killed on those mountain tops in West Virginia. It's a very inauspicious, unholy place from the traditional viewpoint. But because Srila Prabhupada, Moundsville, I remember, Moundsville, but because Srila Prabhupada went there, it has become a place of pilgrimage. Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani. There are 12 forests in Vrindavan, and Madhuvan is one of them. Pilgrims from all parts of India assemble together and visit all 12 of these forests. There are 5 forests on the eastern bank of Yamuna: Bhadravan, Bilvavan, Lauhavan, Bhandiravan, and Mahavan. On the western side, there are 7 forests: Madhuvan, where Dhruv Maharaj is going to go, Madhuvan, Talvan, Kumudavan, Bahulavan, Kamyavan, Khadiravan. Khadiravan is the forest where the altar for Srimati Radharani's lotus feet is prepared. Shri Bhugarva Goswami in his Manjari Swarup sits there and does this service. And then there is Vrindavan. So Madhuvan, Talvan, Kumudavan, Bahulavan, Kamyavan, Khadiravan, and Vrindavan. In those 12 forests, there are different ghats or bathing places because Mother Yamuna flows through different parts of Vrajbhumi. Avimukta, Adhirudha, Guhya Tirtha, Prayak Tirtha, Kanakhala, Tinduka Tirtha, Surya Tirtha, Vataswami, Dhruv Ghat. Dhruv Ghat, where there are many nice trees of fruits and flowers, is famous because Dhruv Maharaj meditated and underwent severe penances and austerities there in an elevated spot. Then there is Rishi Tirtha, Moksha Tirtha, Buddha Tirtha, Gokarna, Krishna Ganga, Vaikuntha, Asikunda, Chatu, Samudrik Koop, Akrur Tirtha, where Krishna Balram, when they were going to Mathura, chariot on a chariot driven by Akrur, all of them took bath in this Akrur Ghat. Akrur Tirtha, Yadnik Viprasthan, Kubja Kup, Rangasthal, Manchasthal, Rangasthal, Mallayuddhasthan, Than, and then there is Dashashwamedh Ghat. Hare Krishna. So in this way, there are many holy places. The verse simply says that Sripad Narad Muni advised Dhruv Maharaj go to the bank of Yamuna in Madhuvan and worship Hari there. And Srila Prabhupada went into ecstasy and described all these details, establishing that how Vrindavan is the highest holy place in the whole world. Prabhupada says, according to the statement of Sri Narad Muni, Madhuvan, which is still existing in the Vrindavan area in the district of Mathura, is a most sacred place. Many saintly persons still live there and engage in the devotional service of Lord Krishna. Haribol. So this shows where Srila Prabhupada's heart actually is. Little opportunity you give Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada will elaborately glorify Sri Vrindavan Dham. So these instructions of Sri Narad Muni to Dhruv Maharaj to go to Vrindavan on the bank of Yamuna, Srila Prabhupada says Narad Muni is especially giving him, first paragraph, directions how this worship of the Supreme Person Hari can be very quickly fructified. He recommended Dhruv Maharaj go to the bank of Yamuna, where there is a forest of the name Madhuvan, and begin his meditation and worship over there. Hare Krishna. So very beautiful instruction of Sripad Narad Muni and very beautiful purport by Srila Prabhupada. 43. So dear devotees, we'll just stop here because it is past 9:30. I'm sorry I started late today, but we did also 10 minutes more. And then we'll continue from 43 day after tomorrow. Now, detailed instructions will be given by Sripad Narad Muni to Dhruv Maharaj how to perform bhajan in Madhuvan on the bank of Yamuna. So we'll pause here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Yes, Shama Kishori Mataji, then Shamchandra Prabhu, then Keshav Madhav Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, in
Correct.
verse 40, it is mentioned that Narad Muni is referred to here as Bhagwan. But where does it refer to him as Bhagwan
No,
in this
in the verse
verse?
it is Vasudev, but elsewhere in Bhagavatam. I also noticed that. Yeah, in
Okay.
the shlok it is Bhagwan Vasudev, but in Bhagavatam elsewhere he is described as Bhagwan in several
Okay.
places.
Thank you,
Not
Prabhuji.
in this.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Good catch. Even Shamchandra Prabhu's catch last time was very good about Swayambhuva Manu still living and coming, then how it says he attained Mukti. Yes, Prabhuji, please go ahead, Shamchandra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. Thank you for a wonderful class. Not a
Hmm.
question, but I also did a calculation of your CEO's $6 million. It is approximately $125,000 a week, which is about 40 hours if he's working. That is 3,125 it is coming for me per hour. So
Yeah,
it
so
is mind-boggling.
yeah, mind-boggling. So much difference. So similarly, when we do bhajan in the holy place, on a holy day, for example, like Ekadashi in Vrindavan, or Kartik in Vrindavan, or Purushottamas in Vrindavan, or in Mayapur, or in Jagannath Puri, or these holy places, Dwarka, Badrikashram, and we do it with concentration, we do it with humility, we do it with the intention of becoming purified and pleasing Lord Krishna, then that bhajan will have so much more power and it will give us spiritual benefit. That
Jai.
was the point. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for that calculation. Keshavada Prabhu.
Prabhuji, how and why would the endeavor of Dhruva Maharaj not be counted as Atyahar? Because Narad Muni is clearly stating, giving him an instruction, stating that you should be content with whatever you have. That is how a person who is devotionally inclined should continue his life.
True. So Dhruv Maharaj's motivation as he begins his spiritual journey, is not on the highest level. He is Arthakami. He wants wealth, he wants a fabulous kingdom, he wants power, prestige, respect, because he has been hurt by disrespect and insults. So Dhruv Maharaj's motivation when he starts off in his Krishna consciousness journey is not very high class. He is not on the level of Prahlad Maharaj, who is Nishkam Bhakta. But Dhruv Maharaj will attain that later on. And therefore, the example of Dhruv Maharaj, it exemplifies the verse Akama Sarva Kamo Va Moksha Kama Udaradhi Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Purusham Param. That whether one is Akam, like Prahlad Maharaj, or one is Sarvakam, like Dhruv Maharaj, who wants to attain a big kingdom, which may be seen as excessive indulgence. Or someone just wants liberation, moksha kam. If one is sufficiently broad-minded, udaradhi, udara means broad and dhi means intelligence, then tivrena bhakti yogena, with tivrata, with eagerness, enthusiasm, one will engage in the service of with devotion. Tivrena bhakti yogena, yajeta, one will worship, yajeta purusham param, the Purushottam Shri Krishna. Mm. So, yes, I agree. Dhruv Maharaj's motivation in the beginning is not very high class, but he will become very high class by becoming purified through the process of bhakti. Is that okay, Prabhuji? Yes. Divya Mataji, and then Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, and then we'll stop.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I have a question about deity worship. Since Narad Muni asked, I believe I remember Narad Muni asked Guru Maharaj to make a deity and worship. Yes.
Yes.
So I have a question. So actually, my sister, they are into Pushti Marg, and the two families share a deity. Like it's her husband's Nani's deity who passed away, and now it's worshipped by her husband's mama. And they are very attached to the deity. Her husband goes and brings their deities to their home and they worship. And then the deity goes back to their mama's house. But today I was talking to my sister and she was like really upset. He said, our mama is very attached and he's not going to give us the deities. And I told her, what's the problem? You can install your own deities. So she got very upset. She said, no, we are attached to those deities only. So I didn't have a good suggestion for her. So I thought I'll ask you.
Hare Krishna. It is good to be attached to serving one's deities. And if the deities are shared deities, then naturally there is going to be a tussle if one is not willing to share equally. In the great mathas and temples, like the temple of Sri Udupi Krishna, there are duties, and the different sannyasi acharyas in the Sri Madhvacharya Sampradaya, they get their turns to worship Lord Krishna only once every 12 years. And 12 years they are just meditating. When it is our turn, we will have this type of flower arrangements, we'll offer this ornaments, we'll have this type of this, that. And everything within the boundaries and rules and regulations set forth by Sripad Madhvacharya. Similarly, in other major temples, in Sri Radharaman temple also, there are many Goswami Parivars who worship Sri Radharaman Lalji, and they do it on a rotation basis. So something like that should be done. where clearly there is a equitable distribution of service between the two families. But again, what can we do? If whatever they want to do is that they want to do it in a inequitable, unjust way, then naturally the other party is going to feel deprived and upset. But attachment to one's deities is good. Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandas Pranam. Thank you, Prabhuji, for this very, very wonderful session. Prabhuji, we were talking about bhajan in Vrindavan. So, the highest thing is concentrated bhajan in Vrindavan. That is the highest thing. So, in that case, if one is trying to stay in Vrindavan and take care of the family and do the bhajan, with the permission of Guru, that is the highest. Only when one attains the pure bhakti, that time he feels that, okay, I will go out and preach. Is my understanding correct?
Prabhupada is saying that when one is sufficiently advanced, then one doesn't have to be in the holy dham. For example, when the spiritual master of Shripad Ramanujacharya, Sri Mahapurna, he was mortally wounded by the king Kolatunga, and Kuresh also blinded in that attack. He offered to carry Sri Mahapurna to Kanchipuram, where he could leave his body in the presence of Lord Varadaraj. But Sri Mahapurna told Sri Kureshji that I want to set an example in this world for all time to come, that a devotee does not have to be afraid that I will not be able to leave my body in the dham. Wherever a devotee leaves their body, by Krishna's mercy, they can attain Vaikuntha. And therefore, Kuresh, there is no need to take me to Lord Varadaraj. I have such devotion, such love for Lord Varadaraj that wherever on this planet, wherever in the universe I die, Lord Varadaraj is there for me. So this is for someone who is very advanced. And Srila Bhakti Tirth Swami Maharaj also demonstrated that. So that's how you have to understand that when one is sufficiently advanced, one doesn't have to go to the dham. One may live outside and attain spiritual perfection. But when one is sufficiently advanced, one may still choose to remain in the shelter of the dham. It depends on the individual bhav. Or when one is sufficiently advanced, one may think, okay, now I want to share dham with others, like Prabhupada did. He left Vrindavan and went outside. Like that. Does that make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. I understand that. In this, I come to an understanding that if really someone is serious, then that is the best place. Then then what could be the reason for a devotee to stay away from Vrindavan?
Seva. For example, Bhakti Tirth Maharaj, he was in the Western for service to Srila Prabhupada. Would he have liked to go to Vrindavan? Yes. But for service, His Holiness Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, he was in a very holy place. Ujjain is a very, very holy place. Krishna Balram lived there under Sri Sandipani Muni.
Prabhuji, they have seen the prema. I am just asking about people who are in sadhaka stage. If they are little serious, why should they stay away from Dham if this is the greatness of Dham? What could be the reason? What can be the reason that
Seva.
one?
Seva.
But that prema is not there.
No,
How can-
seva.
Yes. So even without prema, for the purpose of seva, one can stay away from Dham. That is
Yes, that is the only reason. Because Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj, they want us to preach. So therefore we live outside the dham, and we try to be Krishna conscious and we try to preach. Otherwise, there is no reason to live outside the dham. Because a serious devotee will make maximum spiritual progress in the dham. So if one is not living in the dham, they say the only reason to be outside of Vrindavan is to convince people to come to Vrindavan, means preach. That's why a devotee lives outside Vrindavan. When I was in Vrindavan, I was talking to one very great sadhu in Vrindavan, and he told that come to Barsana and live here in Barsana. So I said that अभी your family situation is such, बच्चे वहाँ पे बड़े हो रहे हैं, and it's difficult to bring them now. My son is in college. Very difficult to bring them to Barsana. They will not like it here. And so I was saying like this. So he said, okay, then you stay there. And one assistant said that ये प्रचार करते हैं वहाँ पर अब अमेरिका में रह के. तो then the saint told me that फिर आप जब प्रचार करते हो तो व्रज के विषय में बताओ, सबको वृंदावन से जोड़ो, वृंदावन के बाहर रह के वृंदावन का प्रचार करो तो आप व्रज में ही हो. If you're speaking about Vraj, if you're speaking about Vrindavan, if you're glorifying Vrindavan, he said, then you are in Vrindavan. So we stay out of Vrindavan for seva. Otherwise, we are not devotees. If there is another purpose. If we are not doing seva of Vrindavan, staying outside Vrindavan, then we are not devotees. If we are not doing seva of Vrindavan while staying outside of Vrindavan, then we are not devotees. So if we are staying outside Vrindavan, we should preach about Vrindavan. We should connect people to Vrindavan. By associating with us, devotees should develop attraction for Vrindavan. Then we are in Vrindavan. We are not outside Vrindavan. When I asked Sripad Mukundatta Prabhu, because he travels to Bombay and other places, comes to Shamchandra Prabhu's home, stays there, and he does preaching program in Bombay. He travels to other places also, Delhi and other places. So it is said that Govardhan Shila should not be taken out of Vrindavan. But he has Govardhan Shilas and he takes them out of Vrindavan physically, geographically. So when asked why you take Govardhan Shila outside Vrindavan, he said, I am not taking them outside Vrindavan. I am always in Vrindavan. When the other Mukundatta Prabhu also came, Prabhupada disciple Mukundatta Prabhu to Atlanta, he told me this, that when he takes a shower in the bathroom, he invokes Yamuna through mantras and prayers. And he says, when I'm taking shower, I'm bathing in Yamuna, even in Atlanta. That is the bhav. So if one is like that, then one is not really outside of Vraj. One has Govardhan Shila, one is serving Govardhan Shila, one is having this meditation that when I pour water on my body, also it is Yamuna Jal. We are putting Gange Cha Yamune Chaivan. So, Bhavotsavena Bhajatam Rasa Kamadhenu. In Bhakti, everything is bhav. So, we try to live in Vrindavan to make spiritual progress. Not possible because of being in Grahastha Ashram or something other reasons. Then we stay out of Vrindavan. But we always remember Vrindavan. We speak about Vrindavan. We glorify Vrindavan. We connect people to Vrindavan. We send devotees to Vrindavan. So many devotees come, they say, I want to go to Vrindavan. Can you help me? Where should I stay? Which holy men, holy sadhus should I meet? Can you plan it? Can you guide me? So staying out of Vrindavan, we can do that service for them. Hari Bol.
Thank
Is
you.
that okay?
Prabhu, previously I had one question when Lord Shiva, when demigods went to meet Lord Shiva was sitting in a very silent place where there was no sound under a big tree and not even a sound of the birds. So at that time,
There are no birds on that tree.
So I got a question that is that the best environment for bhajan? Because sometimes I feel when I hear the sounds of birds, I remember Vrindavan. So can you please let me understand that is this the correct way or it should be silent?
We need both. Lord Shiva meditates under that tree and he gives Bhagavatam class. So it is silent there. There are no birds on that big 100 yojan tree. For example, in a temple, when we are having a Bhagavatam class, we may not want any noise. Prabhupada used to get very disturbed. Even you hear Prabhupada's lectures, he will tell people, if the child is making noise, take the child outside in the middle of the class, Prabhupada will say. So sometimes when we are giving class, when we are chanting japa, when we are meditating, it is good to be silent. But then when we are doing kirtan and other things, it is good to have natural sounds that remind us of Vrindavan. Sripad Ayandar Prabhu, if you listen to his Vrindavan mellows recordings that he himself recorded in Vrindavan, he would go around in Vrindavan trying to capture the chirping sound of the Vrindavan birds. Even Barsana, 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 even the auto wala who is saying Barsana, 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 he would record that. These are all Vrindavan sounds. I also, when I do my notes, I hear Kadam Kanan Maharaj's Kirtan uh, that he did just before leaving this world at Kusum Sarovar. Because he's sitting out in the open, you can see the fields behind him, devotees are dancing, and it's a very divine atmosphere. And those sounds have emanated, that recording, those sound vibrations have emanated from Vrindavan Dham. So whenever I'm doing my notes, I keep that kirtan going. Must have heard it thousands of times without exaggeration. Last, I think, 2 years, 2.5 years, or even more, I am hearing that. So same kirtan. I'll show you which one once again. So these are all sounds of Vraj Bhumi. And so
It's
during kirtan, during puja seva, all those sounds may be very anukul for our bhajan. So both are good. We cannot always be silent or be in silence, and we cannot always be Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. See, Everybody is dancing. Kusum Sarovar. Maharaja's stage will cancel. See how it will kill her.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Haribol.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Jai Ho.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. I wish I could just keep playing. I love Maharaja's Kirtans. So who wants to have silence when you have this? So sometimes in Kirtan, in Seva, in devotee association, we want to have some Kirtan. All the sounds of Vrindavan are most welcome. And when we are doing japa, then we don't even want Prabhupada's japa tape playing, because we want to hear our own japa, not Prabhupada's japa. Japa means you hear your own chanting. Prabhupada doesn't want us to hear his chanting when we are doing japa. When we are cooking, when we are driving, we can hear Prabhupada's japa. When we are going to sleep, we can put Prabhupada's japa all night. So we are surrounded by the transcendental sound vibration. But when we are doing japa, we want silence, because we want to hear our own japa, not Prabhupada's japa. So this is the way it should be. Hari Bol. Is that okay, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji? How many of us want to go to Kusum Sarovar and dance in Harinam Sankirtan right now? Hari Bol. Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. Thank you, thank you. Were you able to hear the Kirtan properly? Okay. Okay, okay. ठीक है. You got the idea. You can look it up. It's a 30-minute Kirtan, so I try to do 2 notes, 15 minutes each. This gets over, I go again, start from the beginning. Again, same Kirtan for so many years, at least more than 2 years. Thank you, dear devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. निताई गौर हरि बोल. जय जय श्री राधे.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhu.
so much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Thank you
Dandavat
so much,
pranam.
Prabhuji.
Jai
Jai
Krishna.
Jai Dandavat Pranam.